Welcome back to another Jay's Call Luck video, and today I'm reviewing Marvel Legends Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and I guess with all that down, we're starting off with a new Marvel Legends wave, that being Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So without further ado, let's jump into this first review and take a look at Star-Lord's packaging. Taking a look at the package, you got the plastic-free package. We're back to this era of Marvel Legends, probably my second least favorite. Yes, the 2019, for those who do not know, is my least favorite packaging. I don't like that one. I prefer this one over that one. But anyway, we gotta look at Star-Lord on the box art right here. You got the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 logo down there. Got the Legends logo on top, and it says Star-Lord's title up there. Gotta look at the side art right here. Turning the back, you got another shot of Star-Lord. No build-a-figure piece, just got his two blasters right there. We gotta look at the side with the list of everyone who came in the wave, and then the build-a-figure Cosmo up there, who was the build-a-figure for this wave. So that's a look at that. Now we're back at the front. So without further ado, let's take a look at his two accessories. Starting off for accessories, we get one of his blasters right here, and they're the same color for each one. So you have a little dark gunmetal gray for the base of it, and maybe some silver on top. And again, you get two of them, which I guess I'll bring up the other one right here real quick. So again, just the exact same mold and everything. Now I will say that this gun may be a little bit different than previous guns. If I grab the T'Challa Star-Lord, although it's a whole different color here, so see if I can get this in shot. Even though they're whole different colors, I feel like it's more the one he uses in the movie is more like this shape compared to this one. It's basically like the whole bottom half. So if that's the case, kind of confused me on why there are two different molds if they were the same. Not quite sure how that happened, but you do have that. So again, like this bottom half should be a little bit longer, but other than that, that's a look at his guns and all the weapons he comes with. That's all you get. No extra hands, no mask. I don't think he had the mask in this movie, but yeah. With that all down, let's now take a look at Star-Lord. And here we have Star-Lord's head sculpt, and I think we should get my friend Sam's opinion, since he's a huge fan of Chris Pratt, who plays Star-Lord. I think we should get his opinion real quick of this head sculpt. So as a Chris Pratt fan, what are your thoughts on Star-Lord's head sculpt from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 from the Marvel Legends line?
Well, with it being Chris Pratt, it's actually not too bad. I'd say it's pretty spot on. There's a couple things like his mustache looks like it's the top of his lip halfway, but no, it doesn't. It looks pretty close, really. I'd say they've done a pretty good job on it. I'd say the rest of him looks pretty good as well. They got the suit right and everything. The logo, cool. But no, yeah, the head itself, the hair, the beard, everything, they've really got it spot on. It's very, very, very close, especially the side view here. I mean, that is pretty good.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Alrighty, returning back from that clip now into the video, take a look at the rest of the body. All the Guardians have essentially the same kind of suit design, which at first I was not a huge fan of these suits. I didn't like them as much, but over time, you know, reviewing some of these characters, I'm starting to like them a bit more. We'll see how I feel near the end. Once we get to the ranking, you'll know for sure if I like these or if they're okay or if I don't. But yeah, taking a look at the suit design here. So for base of the jumpsuit, you've got this blue kind of color right here. And then throughout it, you got these red lines on the torso. A little bit of red near the thighs, upper portion of the thighs right there. Got a little bit of red near the shoulder pads, which may be a little bit different in the film. Let me know in the comments below. And then for the arm here, you got blue once again with some black fingerless gloves. And a little bit of red near the bottom of the arm right there. And it's going to be the same on this side of the arm. So again, some red up by the shoulder area, some blue, and then a little bit of red down here, and then the black gloves. Towards the back here, it's basically all one color, blue. Just got the red trim near the arm piece right here. And taking a look at the rest of the legs, again, like I said, there's just a little bit of red near the upper portions of the thighs. The rest of the legs are blue, and you do have these black boots. So yeah, all the Guardians are going to be very similar, I believe, but that's a look at Star-Lord's suit design. So overall, I actually kind of like it more than I thought I would, but we'll see how I feel about the others once we get there. Now let's take a look at articulation. Taking a look at articulation, you can turn the head around 360 degrees, like so. You can look down that far, so not a lot. You look up that far, so again, really not at all. And you cannot go side to side, so I'm not quite sure what type of thing they're using inside there for the neck joint, but it's not very good for the head articulation. And I noticed that, I think, on one of the other Guardians. I think it's Drax, so we'll take a look at that at Drax video. I opened all of them up before I reviewed all of these, but just first impressions there, not very good for the head articulation. At least you can turn 360 degrees, but that's it. Taking a look at arm articulation, you can turn it 360 degrees, so that's good. Pull it out like so, bend at the elbow that far, so that's pretty good, and then twist at the hand, and then there is some wrist articulation, so that's pretty nice. And then it should be the same right here for this arm. Turn 360 degrees, pull the arm out like so, bend at the elbow like so, and then you have some wrist articulation right there, and some, well, I guess wrist or rotation, and then some wrist articulation. So you have that. Let's see, does he move at the waist? He does move at the waist, and then he bends that far down. So pretty good. I'm happy about that. Bend that far back. So I think that's pretty good. I think it's ab crunch. I think that's what it's called. So you have that. And then no movement side to side at the waist. He can kick up that far. He can bend the knee like so. So pretty far. So I like that. And then he can bend the foot down, bend that far up, and go side to side. Same for this leg. Kick up like so. Bend the knee in, bend the foot up like so, and side to side. And then he can do splits like so. So overall, the rest of the body's articulation is pretty decent. I think it's pretty good. It's only the head up here that is not that good at all, in my opinion. But that's a look at Star-Lord. Let me try to get him to hold his weapons. We'll take a look at my final thoughts in the outro. Well, there you go. That is my review of Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Star-Lord from the Marvel Legends line. Overall, it's a pretty decent figure. Again, the head sculpt, or not the head sculpt, but the head rotation isn't that good. It's probably one of the worst I've seen in quite a while for one of these figures. At least the rest of the body's articulation is pretty good. And then, of course, the weapons should be a little bit longer on the bottom. But other than that, I am warming up to the suit, like I mentioned throughout the video. So we'll see how I feel near the end of the series. But you let me know your thoughts in the comments below what you thought of this figure. Keep an eye out for other Marvel Legend videos coming to the channel here soon. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and take care.